Hey, what's up, Soul Fam? Welcome back to another story time. And yes, I know you've been waiting for this update on this beautiful Orisha goddess, Oya. And trust me, all the information that I gather and I'm going to share with you, it's going to be worth the wait. And in this series of Oya, we are going to be deep diving. We're going to be finding out about why she became the guardian or how she became the guardian of the cemetery. And the story about how Oya and Yamoja or Yamaya switched destinies. And also during this journey, I'm going to tell you about a few other Orishas, such as Ogun, Shango, and then Baba Luaye. And speaking of Shango, we are going to go into the love triangle between Oya, Shango, and Shango's two other wives. And then lastly, we are going to talk about a sensitive subject, which is going to be about infertility issues and what Oya went through on her fertility journey. Most people have never even heard some of these details about Oya that I'm about to tell you. Until now. So if you're excited to see these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more. So I can't go into this story without explaining who Oya is. Oya is the Orisha or goddess of weather, woman warrior of storms, wind, and hurricanes. Her origin is Yoruba, and her elements are fire, which is the lightning, the air, which is going to be the wind, the water, which is going to be rivers, and then earth, which is going to be the graveyards. So I guess you can say she's an Orisha that carries all four elements within her. And she also has the element of spirit because she is a spirit. Oya is extremely intelligent and powerful. She is a brave warrior who never backs down from battles, and she is willing to fight alongside the man. And one of the stories about Oya that I learned is that she would sometimes grow a beard and wear pants so that she could work alongside the man in battle. And not only does she go to battle alongside men, but she is also a strong protector of women and children. And just by twirling her skirt, Oya can summon any natural disaster to destroy man, land, or cities when she's angered. But this video has already gotten kind of long, so join me for the next video as I go into detail about how Oya became the guardian of the graveyard. And don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more videos like this. Welcome back, gods and goddesses, to video 2 of the story of Oya. And if you're liking these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more. This next part of Oya's story will finally make everything make sense. And in this video, we are going to be finding out about how this Orisha, this goddess, became the guardian of the cemeteries, the ancestors, and her ability to communicate with the dead. So a few things about Oya is that she has psychic abilities and can see beyond our world, which means she can see beyond the veil. She helps transition souls from our world to the spirit world and is associated with funerals and graveyards. And because of these psychic abilities and being able to see beyond the veil, this is why she was put into the role of the guardian of the cemetery gates. Her role is not to represent death itself, but rather to oversee spirits as they cross over from the physical world, the living world, to the world of the ancestors. She guides souls through this process by using a machete or a sword, which is shown right here, to clear a path for new growth and rebirth. But not only that, she can also help the living from being haunted by the dead. So there's two different stories of how Oya became the guardian to the cemetery specifically. I'm going to tell you both versions and you let me know which one you think makes sense. So the first story that I'm going to tell you about is when she met this Orisha, Baba Luaye. So according to the myth, and excuse me as I refer to my notes, but Oya, she encountered this Orisha, which is the Orisha of disease and illness by the name of Baba Luaye. And it says that she danced for him with so much power and grace that he was deeply impressed by her spirit. And in recognition for her strength, her bravery, he granted her control over the dominion of I think it's Igan or Igun. And this is going to be the spirit realm of the dead. Now, this is where I'm going to give you a few more details about Baba Luaye. So sometimes Baba Luaye is depicted as an elderly old man with trembling limbs and his body is covered in sores, and sometimes he has crutches. He is associated with disease, healing, and the spirit of earth. He controls everything earthly, such as health, wealth, and physical assets. In early Yoruba, he was mainly associated with smallpox and other epidemics, whereas in modern Yoruba, he is connected to AIDS, influenza, and other infectious diseases. But even though he is associated with illness, he's also associated with healing. Baba Luaye is both feared and loved. That he also helps people with terminal diseases to get peace by guiding their souls to the other side. But this video has already gotten too long, so join me for the next video as I go into the second story of how Oya became the guardian of the cemetery gates. And don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more videos like this. Welcome back, Soul Fam, to video 3 as we go into a deep dive of the story of Oya. But in this deep dive, we are going to be going into the second story of how Oya became the guardian of the cemetery gates. But before we dive in, if you're liking these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more. Now, this is a story that I like to call the tale of Oya and Yamaya or Yamoja, the switch of destinies. And this Yoruba tale is going to give you some details about the early days of the Orisha before they both settled into their domains. But before we go into their stories, let me give you a few details about this beautiful Orisha, Yamaya. Yamaya is the queen or the guardian over the ocean and seas. And her origin is Yoruba, Nigeria. Her element is water, of course. She's the Queen of Cups. She also represents the zodiac sign of Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And sometimes she's also called the mother of Orishas, and sometimes she's depicted as a mermaid. And just like another Orisha, Oshun, she is also connected to motherhood and all issues that are pertaining to women's health or the womb. And she's also governs fertility and reproductive issues, which is a little bit of a lighter energy compared to Oya. It's actually said that Oya and Yamoja were close and often traveled together. And in some traditions, Oya is actually considered the elder sister of Yamaya, Yamoja, and Oshun. Now, what I'm getting ready to get into is going to be the moment that everything changed for Oya. Now, Oya was originally supposed to be guardian of the waters. Some versions say she was meant to take the rivers. And others say that she was aligned with the ocean because of her flowing nature and how she had the ability to flow between realms with ease. Now, Yamaya, on the other hand, she was meant to govern the realm of transition, the place between life and death. But Yamaya did not want this assignment. She was deeply connected to motherhood, healing, and nurturing. And the realm of the ancestors just felt too heavy for her. However, Oya understood the assignment. She understood transformation in all forms. She carried storms within her, but she also carried wisdom. She understood birth, rebirth, and the turning of cycles. And the realm of the transition did not frighten her. Yamaya noticed this and suggested that Oya and her trade roles. Some versions say it was persuasion, others say it's cleverness, and some even might say it was trickery. Yamaya told Oya that her winds could move between realms far better than just water alone. And she also told her that the realm of the ancestors needed someone who understood change, storms, and the spiritual crossing. So Oya accepted the switch, believing that it was the best choice for balance. And once this exchange was made, then creation aligned itself. Yamaya became the Orisha of oceans and motherhood, and Oya became the guardian of the cemeteries and the one that stands at the gates between life and death. But you already know what I'm going to say. This video is getting kind of long. So join me for the next video as we go into Oya's first marriage with her husband, Ogun. And don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more videos like this. Welcome back, Soul Fam, to the next video as we dive deep into the story of Oya. But as you can tell right now, we are going to be going in, I guess, into Oya's love life. This Orisha right here is going to be Ogun. But in this video, this is where it's going to start getting good because I am going to start giving a few more details about Oya's life that nobody really talks about. So before we dive in, if you're liking these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more. So let me give you a few details about this Orisha here. This is Ogun. He is the Orisha of war and iron and the father of civilization in Yoruba mythology. He is said to be a protector of people and a very just leader. And he is said to have cleared the path with his iron knives to build civilization when the population of the Orishas and humans came together and it started to grow and they were running out of land. And no other Orisha could do this, so they made him the ruler of the land. But there is two sides to the personality of Ogun. Some say he's protective, fierce, and bloodthirsty. And some would say he's innovative, creative, and intelligent. He is also said to be one of the angriest, if not the most angriest warrior of the Orishas. But he's creative and calm when he's designing his tools. So let's get into the story of how Oya and Ogun met. It is said that one day Ogun, while minding his business, saw a horned water buffalo coming out of the Niger River, and then she transformed into a beautiful woman. And it says that he followed her as she walked like a royal, and he couldn't help but fall in love with her. Ogun begged Oya to marry him, but she was very hesitant. And that's when Ogun gets a little bit manipulative, is what I would say. He threatened to reveal that he knew Oya's true form and that he would tell people about what her true identity was if she didn't marry him. So they got married, and he loved her passionately. But one night, it is said that Ogun accidentally revealed her secret. And one of the story goes is that Oya left him that night and married his brother Shango, who is the Orisha, or god of thunder and lightning. And other versions say that Oya got bored with Ogun and helping him forge, and she went and got his younger brother Shango. And then they ran off and got eloped. I know, messy, right? But Oya and Shango had a very close relationship, okay? He considered her one of his trusted advisors, and she would fight alongside him in battle. But Mr. Shango here, or Chango, however you would pronounce it, he was kind of a ladies' man. Now Shango, the Orisha of thunder and lightning, he not only had one wife, not two, but three, which is Obanani, who is his first wife. That's going to be the A1 since day one. And then his second wife was Oya, and that was his ride or die. And then he had Oshun, and that was said to be his favorite wife. I guess you can call her a trophy wife. And because of this little love triangle here, it is said that Oya and Oshun should not be venerated together, because at the end of the day, they had beef over this man here, which is Shango. Meanwhile, the A1 since day one, Obanani, she was just sitting back watching these women fight over her husband. I know, messy, right? But somebody had to spill it. But this video is already getting kind of long. So join me for the last video as we go into the fertility journey of Oya. And don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more videos like this. Welcome back, Soul Fam, to the last and final chapter of the story of Oya. If you're liking these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more. But I'm going to give you a heads up. Now, this story is going to be sensitive, okay? Especially for those that are on your fertility journey, or you're trying to conceive, or maybe you've had some losses. And the reason why I'm using this picture of her in the rainbow colors is not only, a symbol or a depiction of what she went through on her fertility journey, but it's also going to give you a little bit more detail of the meaning of rainbow baby. And what happens in this part of the story might surprise you. So believe it or not, this Orisha, mind you, a lot of the Orishas are connected to fertility and motherhood and womanhood. But Oya herself was once barren, and she was unable to conceive. Until one day, Oya did this ritual, which we'll get into here in a minute, but she had to sacrifice a cloth, which was the colors of the rainbow, hence the name Rainbow Baby. And after she did this sacrifice, she was able to conceive and give birth to 9 children. And that's why she's called the mother of 9. And the reason why her number is 9. So what is a rainbow baby, you ask? Well, I have an answer. So a rainbow baby is a baby or a soul that's not able to incarnate on this earth due to miscarriages, being a stillbirth, or even some infants that pass away due to natural causes. And some mothers who deal with miscarriages and want to get pregnant, sometimes they'll offer Oya food and drinks. So you know how in the last video, you can go watch that if you want, I kind of went into Oya's love life. So amongst doing my research, I found out that Oya was actually married several times. Her first husband, which was Ogun, her second husband, Shango, and her third husband, which was the father to her 9 children, and he was a deity by the name of Oku. But with her first marriages to Ogun and Shango, she was not able to conceive, which led to the belief that she was barren. But I thought about it and I was like, maybe she wasn't able to conceive with these two men because it could have been the case of that she was like not ready for the motherhood, or her womb was not ready, or they were not the right men that she was supposed to have children with. Now let's get into the sacrifice of this cloth. Now there are different variations of this myth, but one of them goes that Oya went and visited a Babalawo, which is a traditional priest, and he advised her to perform a specific sacrifice, which often involved offering some things like sea snails or colored fabrics and even ram meat. So after making this sacrifice, Oya was able to get pregnant and give birth to 9 children. And these children are associated with the spirits of the Niger River, which is known as Odu Oya in Yoruba. So I had to be nosy and I had to find out who the baby daddy was. And as I mentioned, it wasn't Ogun and it wasn't Shango. It was a deity known by the name of Oku. I don't have a picture of him though. And it's also some rumors that Oya was involved with Shango the same time she was married to Oku and I guess Ogun. I guess everybody was just loving on one another. But I say all that to say this, that her story actually highlights her transformative nature, how she's a fierce warrior and an Orisha of winds and storms. But not only that, she's a woman, and she is someone who was able to overcome infertility, and she was able to embody the powerful, nurturing, protective, maternal role. So I guess I want to say, if you are going through any infertility or anything like that, keep going, okay? And keep on having faith, because maybe it's not a no, it's just a not yet. And if you're interested in booking your own fertility reading with me, which I can provide for you, just go ahead and DM me and we can set that up. But this was the last video, okay? So let me know if you guys like this video and if you want more videos, or if there's other Orishas you would like me to tap into. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more videos like this.